Hey guys, it's your boy, God of the Car here, and welcome to another little bit of a rant video. Not really a cause thoughts, that'll be a bit later on in this month. But as for this video, it's a response to, again, Steven Saunders. And this time around, I got a bit pissed off, I won't lie. And of all times for him to even mention it, it happened to be the day before my birthday. That's right, today as I am filming this, it is my birthday. And yesterday I was informed of what happened, and won't lie, again, repeating myself here, I got pissed off. So I have notes of the main points that I want to be shooting at. And if you're looking at the title of this video, yes, we have not just Steven Saunders, but Black Rose! You know, the one guy who is a Steven Saunders defender who has commented a few times under my videos. So here we are, Black Rose! You are getting shout out also, which actually, speaking of, this first little section is actually dedicated to you, buddy! So, here we go! Did I say Black Rose was Mid-East or Middle East way back? Okay, this goes back to while I was still a fan of Steven Saunders, and I was in a VC with him and Black Rose, right? And we were talking. I saw his voice sounded a little bit different, so I asked him, and I am remembering this a lot more better because, you know, sometimes memories are very fickle, like that. So, remembering this a lot better, I asked him if he sounded Mid-East, because I know from back then, I was able to identify it didn't sound Middle East. Like in the Middle Eastern region, I knew what I was meaning. It was like between Europe-ish and Russia. It was like in like that area of like Germany and France, but I couldn't exactly remember the country's name, so I asked Mid-East. That made sense for me at that time, right? So I asked that, and like he said, no, Norway. So I am like, oh, understood, fair enough, and that was it. He thought and like apparently he thought that I like hated him because of that. I mean, that was something. I won't lie. That was weird. Sorry, I'm having a bit of like allergy issues. It is that like season where like allergies are popping off for me. So if I like sound weird or if I'm sniffling a lot, that's why. Oh, speaking of how I actually sound, what great lineup here. I quote, I sound like I'm choking on a fucking chicken? Okay, if I'm gonna be honest here, I am very comfortable with how I sound. Sure, I may sound a bit sniffly now because of like allergies, but like aside from that, I'm very fine with how I sound. Hell, I wouldn't be making videos the way that I do if I wasn't comfortable with the way I sound, because I would have to be hearing my own voice that I hate while editing, and I do not hate my voice at all. And sure, there was like one other person who like demanded that I use a voice changer, but that was about it. And honestly, fair for like how they thought about my voice. It was more like constructive criticism. And that aside, fair enough. You want to say that, say that. But you don't insult the way I sound. You don't do that. Fuck you, Steven Saunders, for that. You say that I sound like I choke on a fucking chicken? Well, I could insult you back, but I am a better man than you, apparently. So, now we are going on to him bringing up the incident that got me kicked from his community. And it just goes back to him being an assumptuous piece of shit. Let's be real. If you've seen it, I said he was assuming that I was like doing the same thing that I was like asking him. And he basically says that again, except he tries to be a very social piece of shit with it. Like, comparing me to the cheater, and him being the innocent lover, let us just say that. And I'm like, what? What are you? Oh my god! This kind of like illusion is beyond what I would imagine a normal person should be like. Like, oh my god, dude. You're so ridiculous. It's just baffling of how much of a delusional, assumptuous piece of shit you are. And, you know, I waited a while before I ended up making that video. I did. I waited a while before making my being a hater video, which it was just a clickbaity title thumbnail just to like address my situation with Steven Saunders. And sure, I might have like asked about other things that I might have like missed, because there is obviously a lot of things that he has like done to where people like legitimately hate him, and I understand that. I feel for them. I get it. So yeah, Steven Saunders, you are a real piece of shit there. Now for the last and final thing. Making Project D100 Fantasy off the Neo TTRPG system Skullhorn Edition. Here's what I was thinking at the time of hearing about it and going to do my own little notes to maybe eventually review it. Sure, at the time, I'm pretty sure it was 2025. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yep, it was. It was like very early into 2025, like in like February or March. I heard about him making it and is gonna eventually release it. Sure, I became a hater at that time, and I thought, I am gonna give you a chance. Like most people out there, I am gonna give you a chance to see how good of a game maker you are. And so I saw it. I saw what I was able to see. I was given a free copy of it, and I started taking my notes, right? And as I'm looking through it, I think I started losing my mind after I got to page 175, I think, and I'm thinking, after I have my little freak out, I guess you could probably call it, I thought to myself, this game could have been better for its initial release. And not just that, he was expecting people to pay $35 USD for it. And that was like baffling alone. It's basically a rough draft that you're selling for double digits. Absolutely abhorrent. So I thought, what could I do, hypothetically, as a little experiment to make this game better, to make this game more polished out and reasonably laid out, and with a few adjustments to how the core thing functions, right? So that was when I did end up announcing that I would be making Project D100 Fantasy, inspired by Condor DM's the Neo TTRPG system's Skullhorn edition. And of course, everybody was like just supporting me. I did my own extra things. I did my own changes. I have game design mentality, so hypothetically, I could either improve on it or just like give it the good old college try, right? That was my main thing. I wasn't planning on making like money, so it was all free game for me to do, right? And obviously over the time, as like you have like seen over on X, I decided to make some more extra changes. The only thing that I decided to keep so far from the original, the Neo TTRPG system Skullhorn edition is the use of the D100 as the only dice that you actually use, and the cat folk race because I felt, and I will give Steven Saunders credit here. Shocking, I know, but I think the ability to have one of your races to like turn into another animal, kind of inventive in this whole modern TTRPG scene, where you have like races that are either hybrids of like animals or not. And not just, hey, we have a race that like can turn into another animal. That's really unique, and I will give him a credit for that idea. That is something new. Something as Daniel from Driving and Dragons would like say, Urbosk for him to make in this whole modern scene, right? That is new, and I personally liked it, so I'm gonna use that idea for my own TTRPG. That is something that like inspired me. That was something new, unique. I loved it a lot. So why not use it for free? For everybody to see for free, you know? So yes, the idea of me making my own game off of the backs of what is like essentially a failed game, free real estate at this point, I think, and Daniel is like excited to see me actually do it, and he has been encouraging it, really, which, thank you. Appreciate you. And, yeah, that's about it for my, I guess, thoughts, but not a proper cause thoughts on the situation that I have noticed. And I think that is it for all that I am going to be talking about this. I have to get ready to leave real soon because, hey, I want to have fun on my day of birth, and I don't want to be in my house 24 hours, basically. So, with all that said, this is God of Caw, signing off with a fuck you to Black Rose and Steven Saunders. Fuck you, bitches!